Hello. Welcome back to another Ruffa Sports Card video. I appreciate all the support that you guys have been showing me and all that. Very much appreciated. I am currently at a card show right now. Not at this current second, but that's why there's a little different setup here as than the usual. But I'm just going to be going over best practices to grow on whatnot. Hopefully this will focus maybe. Okay, so the best practices to grow on whatnot would be to, I would say, have valuable cards ran. So like something like this, a Shea Shroud, people are gonna like. Bijan Robinson Silver Prism Patch. Certain cards people really like, and if you're able to, instead of doing a show where, let's say, I have an example here, but like a Luke Musgrave Prism Base rookie, instead of running like a bunch of cards that aren't like these, you know, the little bit higher valued stuff, instead of you're running like all cards that you can find in like 50-cent piles, or like, I mean, technically that would be a potentially good one also, but something like this Darren McFadden rookie. I just got it for the PC at the card show. But something like this, if you're just trying to run this for $1 and you're running stuff of similar quality, it's going to impact your performance overall and whatnot. And one of the main things you want to do is to have cards that people actually, you know, and plan it enough where if you're only able to get 50 cards, well, do 50 cards and do it on a recurring schedule. So let's say if you're able to do 50 cards a week, do 50 cards and find your time frame and your slot. But I'm gonna make this video really quick because it is like 1 a.m. here for the nighttime. But low end stuff is also becoming super neglected. So all this stuff right here is becoming super neglected because of how easy the higher dollar valued stuff is to sell right now. So people aren't wanting to put in that work, and you can see huge gains. And then that also goes into another topic, or another suggestion I would say, is to have a schedule stream. So don't just do random pop-up shops. It just doesn't work out too much. You have to execute it pretty flawlessly in order to do that. But one of the big things is making sure you get your inventory selection down, and you know, have stuff people are wanting. And also, you can just like, say you bought all this stuff, you don't need to run dollar auctions yet, right? You can build your inventory until you get comfortable to a point where you do an X amount of auctions each day, each week, each month, or something like that. I would say a week at the maximum is probably most efficient. I wouldn't do once a month. I wouldn't do once every 2 weeks. It's just because if you think about it, even for me, if I'm doing it, I do it once a week for about 3 hours to 4 hours. I guess it's usually average 3 hours. So that's 1/8 of a day that I'm streaming. It's 1/8 of a day, but in a week, that's 1/8 times 7. That's 1/56th of the week that someone has to discover me. 1/56th the entire month someone has the option to discover me. Now, also, I do these videos now and all that too, so that aspect is growing things. But it's just, when you consider the amount of time you're allocating to, you know, stream, let's say you do it once a week, right? That's 1/56. If you do it once a day, let's say you do an hour, that is 1 out of 24 times 7, 7 out of, well, that's 24 times 7, so that's it's one, is it 172 or something like that, 168. I don't remember. I can't do it off the top of my head. But I have a calculator somewhere, but I'm not too worried about like that. But what say you do 1 hour every day? Oh, it's 1/24th, right? Is that just the simple 1/24th of a day? So, but so my whole point is, because I'm really tired right now, and I really wanted to get this video out to you. Make sure you figure out your schedule. You make sure it's preferably it's either gonna be you do a longer stream less often, a longer, higher quality stream less often, or you do, you know, if you can do the same quality, if you can do high quality and frequently, you're gonna be perfectly fine, obviously. What I would recommend is starting off with weeks, doing it once a week. Honestly, I just remembered why I do once a week myself, is because for my original audience, I didn't want to exasperate their funds, you know, so because paycheck is a big thing, especially with collectors, like true collectors. They're not really doing, you know, they're not really selling constant things. You know, obviously they are selling constant things, but they're not, you know, people don't use cards as their source of income. They don't have a recurring 24/7 income potentially, right? So once a week they get paid. So that's where the once a week thing comes in, is if you make your show like a TV schedule programming, where you're like, this is set time, I'm gonna do it here, then and now, and then you see people starting to come back, especially if you do, let's say if I ran this card for $1, this card sold for $1, someone got really happy, they're gonna be back in your stream to then get more deals like this for $1. That's the inevitable. And then eventually they're gonna, you know, leave because other people are joining and they can't get the steals they used to. But you're gonna find people to replace those people. One of the main things I would recommend also is plain white envelope shipping. It's called First Class Mail Letter Program with Whatnot. I'll make a whole video on how to actually set that up also, but that is a game changer for me personally in the aspect of selling cards on Whatnot. So the huge thing I would also recommend, the last tip for you guys, is to watch the resources that Whatnot support gives you. It's like each week or each something, like they do like a seller summit, they used to call it, but they have all of these recorded and all that. If you're a seller and you message the seller support about how to potentially access these recordings and these files, if you go and watch these, even if you just put it on your TV, right? If you're very serious about getting into Whatnot, put it on your TV and just listen to them throughout the day, right? And then you're gonna learn so much. It's what I use probably. I mean, I just listen to them, right? It's people really love the schedule, like TV schedule programming, right? That's literally what they said. They want consistencies. You know, there's certain things they say over and over again that you want to listen to them and you want to execute those things. I haven't even watched one of their seller summits or their like resources that they do, like live streams for like an hour or two of them talking, and I just have done what I've learned back like 2 years ago, a year ago, and it has helped me so much. Go and do that also, and I swear you will see progress. And I hope that you enjoy this video very much. I hope this video helps you, and I'm going to be releasing some card content videos and all of that. I hope you enjoyed the preview. I hope that you do decide to subscribe, and thank you very much again. See you in this one. Have a good one.